we know why you're here. You want to learn how to play the Madden $25,000 challenge by yours truly, Who Cares. Now, this is going to be learn how to access the game, how to play the game, how to export your files, how to make it so you can have a league using this concept, how to export this into Madden and play it, and everything far in between. That being said, before I jump into it, and hopefully we can get through this quickly so you can enjoy this game as quickly as possible, please note that if you find any features you want me to add to this, any bugs you might find, please send me an email at whoiswhcrs@gmail.com. Also, keep in mind, I made this tool in about a day, so maybe you have a tool or a concept in mind that you want an app for. Please reach out. Again, I can make this probably with quick turnaround, same email, and yeah, we'll get to work. That being said, let's jump into the Madden $25,000 challenge, all created by yours truly. Roster, we're just going to go through the rules quickly because I'm going to explain it. Basically, you have a max $25,000 cap to construct a full 22-man starting roster. I believe that might exclude kicker and punter, but kicker and punters cost so little in this game that it's not going to really affect that too much. What that means is, think of this in mind when you're going in terms of strategy for this game. $25,000 is going to be an exact amount to create a 22-man starting NFL roster that are, I believe, 80 or 85 star development players, all 27 years old. So keep that in mind, that if you say you expend a lot of money on a quarterback, that is going to cost you maybe in your defensive tackles, maybe the rest of your defense, depending on how expensive your quarterback is going to be. So you really have to budget out for every attribute. We're going to go into the base attributes, cost, physical standards, anomaly, penalties, and positional overalls through this video. So that way you're not doing any guesswork. In order to access this game, link is in the description. It will be under the Madden 25,000 challenge mod.versal.app. Maybe if this gets popular, maybe I'll host a domain. Maybe. Very unlikely chance. But anyway, first name, we're going to do the best, and we're going to do tutorial Eva, because it is. It's the best tutorial ever. And he has two loving parents, co-parents. That being said, position, we're going to do quarterback. Now, this is where the fun begins. As you can see, this is a live draft ticket. If I edit and spam here, it's going to edit it live over there. I'm pointing to my screen, but you know, right here. Now, everything in this game, basically everything, I think besides Years Pro, is going to cost you money. So, if I have a star dev, that's going to cost me a lot, not a lot, but some money, all the way up to compounding interest of like superstar dev. That's going to be 600 compared to a star 150. I want to make a young guy, I think, in this tutorial. So I think star dev, just to get him started off, is going to be good. We'll make him a rookie. Now, Years Pro doesn't cost me anything. Maybe in the future I'll add a feature where if it's a 0 for a rookie, it costs you something, because you have like those more chances of awards. Maybe I'll do that. But for now, it doesn't cost you anything to make a rookie. Age, now, like I said, 27 to 30 and up. Not going to cost you a penny. Anything younger than that is going to compound on how young they are. So 26, low $80. But if I do 20, that's going to cost me $2,240. That's a ton of money for one player. Just $2,000 without any attribute, because right now they're all at 0, is going to be a ridiculous amount. I'm telling you now. So I think I'm in like in the 23 range. I think $800 for a rookie for a quarterback is pretty good. Still very expensive. Now, physical dimensions. Now, this is going to change depending on the position. Like, right now you see it says 6'6", 245 pounds. If I change this to be a defensive tackle, the average is going to be 6'7", 335 pounds. You might be wondering why I'm pointing this out. Reason being is, it would be so much fun to have a 7-foot quarterback. But I'm not a fan of you having fun. It's going to cost you. So if I do 7-foot quarterback, you're going to have the oversized penalty depending on how far you go past it. Now, if you're short, I'm a big fan of short players. Being someone who's 5'8", and now that's the American standard of being short, you guys get a free pass. You can be as short and as skinny as you want to be. You do you, boo. That being said, if I do a 450-pound, that's going to be a ridiculous oversized penalty. But keep in mind, please keep this in mind. I probably need to add this as a feature to the game. But as of right now, of time of recording, I've learned that this will affect the game on like the player screen. It will say 450-pound quarterback. It will look funny for a screenshot, but Madden franchise, at the very least, has weight limits per position. So while it will say 400-pound quarterback, they will not look 450 pounds. I believe there's a weight limit for each position. You will have to look that up if you want to have the max and be a troll, as one should be. But for now, just keep that in mind. Just look up what the max is, or go into edit player for a quarterback in your franchise. See what that weight limit is when you do physicals, and that's going to be the max in-game that it's going to be able to show you. We're going to jump into the actual gameplay. Now, depending on the position, there are going to be different tiers. So let me go into special teams. Cheap, because it's a quarterback, it's going to be as cheap as possible for you. If you want to have a quarterback with 99 kick power, it's not going to cost you that much. Now, if I did a kicker, though, the attributes are going to change. And the reason I'm pointing this out is the things that will not change, as it shouldn't, are the elite tier, which is the most expensive tier. I believe it goes elite, I'm blanking. Let me go down. Premium, standard, cheap. Now, all the physicals, speed, acceleration, agility, strength, jump, stamina, and throw power are always going to be elite no matter the position. Reason being is because you can do wildcat. I wanted, those to be elite, but those are physical attributes. If you're a Madden player, you know that these attributes are going to be very hard to achieve in game, but very easy to achieve in this. Except it isn't so as easy, because $129 for 99 speed is a lot of money. A lot of money, I'm telling you right now. But I want my quarterback to be 99 speed, 99 excel for this game. Now, also, a little bit of help. Of course, the preset when you load the game up is going to have everything as 0. Say you kind of have an idea of how good of a player you want. You can choose these presets that are going to automatically fill in, kind of like Team Builder does, where you can choose like how good of your team is going to be. This is for how good your player is going to be. Balance is going to be like your average player. Star, think of it more as a superstar player in game, not a star dev player, but like a superstar in terms of attributes in game. And then dominant is going to be like you've never seen a player like this before in game. This is like an elite player. I want my quarterback to be dominant, especially since for this tutorial I'm not going to build an entire team. I'm just going to make an expensive quarterback and show you how this works. But here we go. I want my quarterback to be 99 speed, 99 excel. I'm not a big person on agility. I'm going to knock this out quick. I'm okay with my $2,000 price tag. That's pretty expensive for a quarterback. But we're going to draft them to the 22-man roster, and it's going to show you down here. It's going to show down your active team franchise roster. It's going to show you all the attributes you spent. You can edit it. You can delete the player. I'm not going to show you how that works. It's pretty counterintuitive, I would hope. And then the budget spent. Once you reach your budget, of course, is going to make it where you can't buy things. You know how. I'm hoping you kind of are figuring this out in your mind for some of these things. So we're at a wide receiver. He's going to be that, and the same attributes. And we'll just keep adding different positions. They're all going to have the same name. All going to be star dev. I did another quarterback. That's okay. You can do whatever you really want. Now, you don't have to use all your budget, and you don't have to draft a 22-man roster. It's fully customizable, but I will say that is going to cost you a lot, and that's what we're going to explain when we're ready to export Team League. Clear roster is going to make it so that you can start from the scratch, but here we go. Export custom team. This part is the most important part of this tool. I've made this as easy as possible for you, but you gotta pay attention of how this is going to work. First off, we're going to ignore this section right up here for a second. Select NFL team to replace. What this is going to do is in-game is going to choose the team that you're going to completely replace. You're going to be still called like the Jacksonville Jaguars, but you're not going to be the Jacksonville Jaguars. You're going to be this team. Now, the strategy to this game is that team that you choose is all the players that you do not make right in this tool are all going to be nerfed to 50 overall players. Meaning that, say, I did the Browns. I'm a Browns fan, so it's a little bit easier for me to figure out players there off the top of my head. This is not adding to the Browns. This is replacing the Browns. So Myles Garrett might show up in game, but he's going to be a 50 overall player. 50 attributes all across the board. If you push this button right here, it's going to download your Madden roster to put into the game. Now what this is going to do is it's going to make a roster that has your team and the 50 overall players on that team, and then all the other teams, since it's just a base roster, all the other teams are going to be 80 overall players, 80 overall on every single stat, and also named player. Say if I wanted to have, though, a custom roster. You can. I'm going to show you soon how to get the CSV from, say, like you want to use the newest roster. You can download the newest roster from Madden, get the CSV file from it. I'll show you how to do that. But for the tool's sake, imagine you already have the knowledge to use this. You already have the CSV in hand. You'll be able to just click and drop and add it, and then you'll just push this button. I believe I have one right here. Base roster CSV. As you can see, I've uploaded my custom roster, and then I can push this button, and now it's going to have that custom roster with this team and the 50 overall players for that team change. The Browns right now, it's really hard to explain without showing in game. I'm sorry for rambling on so much. The Browns team is this team plus the 50 overalls, and then all the rest of the teams are whatever the base roster that you uploaded is. It's not changed. Say you wanted to do a league with this. Say you wanted to have it where you have your buddy have their team and you guys can go head to head. You can do that. Now, one, you will need to make sure that you have one of the CSVs done, which we did. We just downloaded. And then you'll need your buddy to go in and do something a little bit different. So say this is your buddy. He just made this one. I'm not going to redo, make a new one. He made this one and he wants to export it to your league. He can. So he's going to also go to export custom team. And he's going to do export my team for league preset. What that is going to do is going to give him a CSV. Now you can share this CSV through Discord, do whatever you want. But you're going to make sure that you yourself get your buddy's CSV file that he created. What that's going to do, if I clear my roster, refresh the page, say you want to export it into yours. You can use this tool, use league preset, and you can upload the one that he just did. Okay, I found it right here. So we're going to open that up, and it's a success. Import 19. This is a different league that I made. Total cost of this team, I used the exact budget. The compliant check is roster is fully compliant and within budget. Perfect. So I can go over and look at all their players. So say if you had a really strict league and maybe you say you cannot have like 99 speed, you can go over and like rate it over here and see what they did. It's just completely imported it into them, into the tool for you. So you can see exactly what they did, how they spent their money, and then you can add it to your file. So now since you have in hand the CSV that you download yourself, of course it's just a matter of adding the one that you downloaded. You might want to rename version 1, version 2. Say if you had like a 32-man league for some reason, you would have to rename your CSVs probably to keep track of it in your head. But you just would add it to it, and then it will change that one specific team, because it's not changing all the teams in the league, it's just changing that one specific team. You'd have to make sure to do whatever team that they want to do, but there you go. That's basically how this tool works. Now I'm going to show you, we're going to hop on over and show you how to import it into your Madden League. Okay, welcome to my PC for modding. Now, I will say, all you will need, if you're doing a league of this, you will need someone who has a PC and has Madden on it. If you are by yourself, you will need to have a PC with Madden on it. You just need one person. One person needs to have this. That being said, let me show you how to use this. You will need the Head Coach 09 editor. It is super easy to download and get onto your computer. I'll leave a link in the description of the wonderful guy that made this tool. I think he made this tool. And yeah, this is what you use to edit roster files. Super, super easy. That being said, welcome to Head Coach 09. You know that you downloaded it, right? If it has now works with Madden rosters, because I remember that was in the tutorial. So we're going to do OpenDB editor, and this is where you're going to pull your Madden roster file. to jog your memory in case you don't know, because I am pretty new to actually Madden menus sometimes. You're going to go to load and delete files. You're going to go to roster, and these are where your rosters are going to be. Basically, you're just going to need a blank roster because we're going to be changing the data in that anyway. I will say I did have a roster or two that I pulled that was recent that didn't work with the tool for some reason. I'm not sure if Madden didn't update. That being said, if you go to this username and download this roster file from me, that roster file will work. It's already made, so that way it can be edited. So if for some reason you pull a roster file, a blank roster file, and it's not working, just pull this one and it should work. Again, it just needs to be a blank roster file. Back to the head coach editor. Now this is where we're going to open the roster file. You're going to most likely it's going to be in your documents, Madden NFL 26. Again, I only use this computer for modding, so everything is much more empty than probably what your computer will be. And you're going to go into saves, and all your rosters are going to be here. Now this is my blank roster file updated too. I'm going to go to there, and it's going to load it in. Don't worry about the could not read table. That does not matter for what we're doing. Now, this is going to be super easy, but I have to explain what these export and import do so you understand. Now, since this is a blank roster file and we're trying to change this file, we are going to do import. And what we're going to do is we're going to choose the download from the Madden $25,000 tool. When we push this button right here, I'll send a screenshot. That's going to import and change the data of that blank roster file. You push save, you're done. That is the process of that. Now the reason why I'm saying this part might get a little complicated is that you might want to use the export feature. And what this does is, say if you want all the other teams besides the team that you are changing personally from the Madden 2500 tool, say like you want to have the official Madden rosters up to date, you can download the official Madden roster. I already have it downloaded. You're going to upload that one instead. So let's go back to saves. Say I want the official Madden roster to be all the other teams. We're going to bring that up. That's what we're going to use export for, play export. And that's going to save the CSV. Remember, for this part right here, I'll send the screenshot. That way you can just upload that into it, and you will be able to have all the other teams be whatever the other teams are set to. So say like Myles Garrett on the Rams now. If you want to have that as a custom roster, that's going to be all the other teams, because the only team that you are affecting technically is the team that you have selected to edit in the Madden 2500 tool. But let's hop into Madden. So we are into Madden. We're going to go into load and delete files. Now please note that if you already have this blank roster loaded into your game, you will still need to reload it back into it because you did make changes and Madden doesn't know that you made changes. So you have to push yes. And now we have the file loaded, and we can take a look at your handiwork, what you did. Congratulations. You should be proud of yourself. Pat yourself on the back. You're official modder now. I hopefully made this as simple as possible for you. But now you can go to edit rosters, and we can see that we have all the players' names, heights, weights, experience, all changed in the game. Now the players' faces will be the same because I do have to overwrite player data. That being said, I have gonna destroy all these players that I personally made when I was doing this for myself, for when I play, because I want to use the tool too. It's sick. But that being said, all the players that you did not add to your team that you create yourself are all 50 overall bums. As you can see, they're all 30-year-old, 50 overall across the board. I will say when you import this into a franchise, which of course if you don't know, just go into franchise. When you load the roster file, it should just be use saved file, I believe. The overalls will not be 50; they will be lower because I put 50 there for now. When Madden computes and adds all their numbers for what they calculate Madden logic to be, their overall will change, fluctuating. That being said, all the other teams, this is what it looks like when you don't have like a custom roster imported. They're going to be all 80 overalls across the board, 80 overall scrubs. And again, their number won't all be 80. Like tight ends are going to be 99 because they're the most versatile player in the game, I learned. And quarterbacks might be lower than 80. You'll figure it out when you import it into a game if you just do it this way. I hope you enjoy the Madden $25,000 challenge by Who Cares. Send me an Instagram DM if you end up using the tool. I would love to hear you guys' feedback. It's at whoiswhcrs on Instagram. And then send me an email if you want, if you have any bugs or any features that you want me to add to it. Love for me to improve upon the tool. But say if you're a YouTuber and you want your own custom tool for a video, or you're just here for fun, please hit me up at whoiswhcrs@gmail.com. Again, I have a programming background, as that's my degree. I'm basically graduated from it, with a mix of content creation, so I kind of know what you're looking for. I have a background in that as well as a small YouTuber. And I work fast. Again, I made this tool in a day with a mix of just my coding expertise, the Madden roster knowledge that I now have after modding my own rosters for so long, and the mix of learning how to use AI tools to my benefit to make the process even faster. We can make a cool tool for you, and I will make it that with quick turnaround, so you can do whatever you want. Whatever you can think of, I can probably make for you. So thank you so much. Have a great day, and please hit me up if you use this tool. It'll be so freaking cool. I really want to see what you guys do. Bye.